Sitting here with Chuck McGhee, who was singled out by Fran Wendelboe, who was a candidate for Senate, and I noticed that she first started off by saying she wanted a campaign on the issues, but then she called you out, and by implication, her opponent, for, let's just call the attack was rather unsavory. And I just thought that since I saw you standing over there in the hallway, I'd give you a chance to respond, because certainly Fran wasn't giving you a chance to respond.
Well, I appreciate that, Skip. You know, I've come to know Jeanie recently. I think she's by far the best candidate for the job in State Senate, too. It's certainly a very critical seat that we have to win. And one of the reasons I did decide to work with Jeanie is that not only does she have a very good background, but I think she has a very good temperament. And you know, Fran, I've known a very long time. She's been a very good friend over the years. I hope we can repair things. But unfortunately, you know, sadly, this is part of a bigger trend with her. We've seen it in all of the failing races that she's run in the past. And she says, as you were in the room and heard, that she is going to run an above-board campaign, that she's not going to get in the gutter. And the next minute, she's launching personal attacks against me.
Okay, now what failed campaigns has she had?
Well,
she made quite the statement that her constituents have sent her back quite a number of times.
Well, she's run for Congress, as you know. She's run for chairman of the party in the past. She's run for state senate in the past, losing all these races. And again, unfortunately, it goes back to a matter of temperament, and she just can't seem to keep herself from lashing out and having these episodes that get negative and off tangent and off topic and really divert us from the message of beating Deb Reynolds in the fall. I think it's going to continue. The real irony is that Fran called me just 3 weeks ago to ask me to work on her race.
Excuse me, she wanted you to work on her staff?
Well, she didn't ask me to work on her staff. In full disclosure, she asked me if I would do some printing for her. I told her I was already engaged with Jeanie, or my firm was already engaged with Jeanie, and that it wasn't appropriate for us to work two candidates in the same race. So I hope we can move beyond this. We're going to present. I think Jeanie's going to present a different style, a different forte. She's an outsider, so she does need to brush up on her issues. But I think you'll find that her style and her achievements in a different setting are just as valid as Fran's, and she has the temperament to win this race in the fall.
And just to make sure that there's no innuendos spoken of or written about later on, you are working for Jeanie.
My firm has been retained by Jeanie.
Okay.
Chuck McGhee doesn't get a direct check. Carrie Marsh handles the account. I'm simply a non-paid friendly advisor.
Okay, very good. Chuck, I want to say thank you very much for giving me a couple minutes of your time, and GraniteGrok will probably bump into you a little bit later on.
Thank you, Skip.
Thank you.